Okay, so we are using this Springtime Joy. Look how cute. Look how cute these are. Good morning, Deborah. And so let's get started. I think I have my stamps mounted and everything. So this, I need some Memento ink. Okay, so I'm just using a basic white card base. Okay, 5.5 by 6.5. What did I say? 5.5 by 8.5. And I'm gonna close this up here, match the corners, and then give it a good burnish with the bone folder. All right, so we have our base. So next, I've decided to do 2 layers, a layer below my designer paper. Okay, so both Clara and Lila love purple, okay? Love purple. Oh, great, Carol. No, I'm live right now. I'm live, okay? Great. Okay, so here is Highland Heather, and I cut that at 4 by 5.25. And then this is some of the hydrangea paper, okay? And I cut this 3 3/4 by 5. And I'll have this, I should have it up on the blog tomorrow, and I'll link to that here. Okay, so I thought those flowers would be, the hydrangeas would be really pretty. Yeah, Kathy. Kathy likes purple too, for Easter. So let me get some liquid glue. And if you're on Instagram while I'm doing this, I'm doing a lot of fun stuff. I did a challenge in this group I'm in about, it's called Paint the Sweet Green. And everything I post, which is a lot for me on Instagram for one day, but I'm doing things, spreading them out throughout the day. So if you're on there, it's fun. Go over there and like me. Follow me. It's Ink and Inspirations on Instagram if you're there. Okay, so I've got that ready to go, and then I'm going to layer that over that basic white. Thought that would look really pretty there. So let me go ahead and use this liquid glue. I there's a post up that's going to go later about this glue. Remember a few lives back I asked what everybody's favorite adhesive was, and hands down I think everybody I ask, it's the liquid glue. Okay, so we have that now, and I've already die cut my little labels that are going to back the main image, and so I did this with the Stitched So Sweetly dies, these that I use a ton. They've got the rectangles and then these little labels. And thanks, Lynn. All right, and so I have Misty Moonlight in one of the labels, and then the Highland Heather, and I'm just going to label that over top. And this is just going to be a backing for my little bunny that I'm going to color here in a minute. Okay, so I'm just going to layer that over top. I'm going to, we don't do traditional St. Patrick's Day corned beef, and I say we don't do cabbage. I'm going to try to do some cabbage steaks. Have any of you done that? You know, you slice the cabbage and you put the either cheese or bacon bits or olive oil on top and then bake them. Has anybody done that? I'm going to try that today. I'm just doing like a chicken casserole. My dad and my sister and my nephew are still here. And so I've been trying some different things. Jackie and I most of the time eat fish all the time. Okay, so see how pretty that looks with those flowers in that background? Okay, let's get ready for this. I must have. I know I had done something earlier here for this, but I'm talking to myself, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the lamb. I'm doing the lamb on this one. Okay, I will. Okay, good, Lynn. I'm going to try it. All right, so I'm doing the little lamb on this one. I'm doing the bunny on the basket. Gosh, I didn't come out really, no, I did work in the studio yesterday. I was getting some of my St. Patrick's Day stuff done for Instagram, but I had done this the day before. And so it's like, you know, my mind had switched on to something else. Okay. All right. So let's color this. I'm using some of the light shades of these different colors here. This is Granny Apple Green, So Saffron, Petal Pink, Helen Heather, and Misty Moonlight. Okay. So first I am going to take my So Saffron and just color these little centers of the flowers. Can't really see it great, but we're going to give it a go. And then, let's see, I want the heather to be the highlight. So I'm going to do this front flower in heather. But back to Mia and Lila, you know, if you give them a choice of what they want as something, it's the purple one. And if they're together, I better sure have two of the purple one. Y'all know what I mean? So anyway, I'm doing these for them, making a little basket, and I'll show you the finished one after we do it. This is Light Misty Moonlight, just to correspond with the flowers. And instead of using this Mossy Meadow, I didn't want it that dark, and I thought I'm going to try Granny Apple Green in light, just to give it a little more light to the leaves. I love this little garland crown on this bunny. It's so cute. Okay, I'm going to try not to take too much time today. All right, there we go. So then for the rest of it, I'm just going to do Petal Pink. And I know the hooves usually aren't pink, but I'm doing it just to be cute. I wanted to light something in the nose too. Then I'm going to take my Clear Wink of Stella and just give it some glimmer. I mean, they'll love this sparkle. I love how you can take, you know, when you have a white image or you're working with a white bunny or lamb or animal, anything white really, you can add this to it and it just makes it like, oh yeah. Let's see. Okay. Sometimes if that Memento Black isn't completely dry, it could smear a little bit. Okay, so now I'm going to very quickly get my paper snips and fussy cut this. So this little stamp set, I think, is precious for spring and Easter. And I decided on this one not to put a sentiment on the outside because it was going to them. And I could have put Happy Easter. I think I have that within my my itty bitty greetings. I think there's an Easter blessings or something like that, but I thought I'm just going to leave it with a little lamb on the front for them. But wait till you see what I'm going to do for the inside. I thought I had done my little characters already that go on the inside. I hope I have your curiosity piqued. It's just a simple little fun fold for the inside that to me is perfect for little ones because it's like they open it and they go, oh. You'll see. I think you'll agree. Okay, so there's that. I think I'm going to call her. I think she's cute. Let's go ahead and put her on. So I know a good portion of the country is getting some weather. I know Colorado and that area, I think southern Utah too, got lots of snow. I didn't really watch the news, but I know it was there. Okay, so there's that. And I'm going to go ahead on the sample card. I kind of got carried away with these, and on this one I think I'm just going to put 2. So I'm going to use these, what are these, the pastel pearls, and these go with this hydrangea suite, I believe. I'm just going to put 1 each on that side of the label. Isn't that cute? Okay, but we're not finished yet. Okay, so now I have a strip of Whisper White, and this is cut 1 by 8.5. Okay, let me move. I need to get my Simply Scored in here so I can do some scoring. And let's bring it here. Get this, and I'm going to score this. Let me make sure 2 1/4, 4 1/4, 6 1/4. Okay, 2 1/4, 4 1/4, 6 1/4. All right, and then you want to make like a W. Like this, okay? So now I'm going to take this, open up the card, and this is going to go across the center here, okay? So I'm going to get an idea. You see that? And then when you close it, I'm going to have some little characters there. When you close it, it's going to pop up when they open. Okay. I know I colored some little characters yesterday to go on the inside, but it's okay. All right, so now what I'm going to do is put the sentiment up here. I'm going to get Highland Heather. Thank you, Pam. Yeah, I thought it was cute. All right, so it says Easter is a lovely reminder of new beginnings. Okay, so I know that's about where I'm going to put that. I'm going to line this up and stamp. Okay, now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to use, oh, there they are. I knew I did them. See, I already forgot that I put them on my, what you call it, glue dots. Okay, so on this, I'm trying to decide what I want to use there. I think I'm going to use tear and tape. I think I used my Seal Plus, but I'm going to do this. Okay, it's going to go like that. So I need the tear and tape right here. And I think I'm going to put it. And you could use liquid glue on this, but I'm going to use this so it won't fall apart on them. I mean, it won't be as easy if they pull on it and play with it, which is what I know Mia plays with her cards. She'll carry it around. Okay, so this is going to go, put that, line the edge of this up with the edge of your cardstock, okay? Okay, and then this is going to go over here. So let's get some tear and tape on that. So, okay. See what I mean? I knew I had colored those little characters that go in here, and I could not remember where I put them. That's kind of scary. I put them on the glue dots because I wanted to remember, I wanted to remember that I wanted to use glue dots to apply them because I used liquid glue. It was kind of messy. Okay. I want to go straight across. So let me line this up. I'm going to put this edge on the end. Okay. There we go. Now, look at this. There's a little Easter basket I'm going to put right here. And I did the little chick. right here. Isn't that cute? And I just fussy cut those out too. And there wasn't any need to cut out that little white space there because it was going to be white on white and you can't tell. Okay. All right. And then I wanted to put some little flowers in here. So I'm punching, this is our small blossom punch in the annual catalog. So I'm going to punch 2 of those out. And then put those on. Let's use glue dots. How about that? And just center these here. This. Like that. And then I think I'm going to put little pearls. Thank you, Lynn. I thought it was so cute. I mean, so cute. I'm using pink here just to be fun. Okay, there's the card. Isn't that cute? See, don't you know they love that? Okay, all right, there's the first project. Let me know if you have questions. And like I said, I'll put these will be on my blog and I'll have all the measurements and everything. I'm freezing. Whew. This place is like an igloo. It keeps the cold air in. Okay, let me get these here out of the way. Look, this is the first one I did. Look at all those pearls I put on there. I just went crazy. All right, so let's go ahead with our little basket. Using several punches on this, and I want to show you how you can mask off on an image. Okay, so first of all, let's go ahead and make the basket. Okay, this is Highland Heather again, 8.5 by 8.5, and I'm going to get the Simply Scored back in here. And that clear is bad. Let's see. 8.5 by 8.5, and we're going to score at 2.5 inches from each side. Okay, so 2.5, 2.5, 2.5, and one more time. 2.5. Okay. Now let's go ahead and burnish on these score lines. Oh, forgot this side. This is a very important step here with this foam folder. Makes your little 3D projects go together so much more easily. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut up on 2 opposite sides. Okay, so I'm going to cut here, and then I'm going to cut off a little slice here and do the same on this side. Cut up. Okay, and then let's do it on this side. Kathy, who's my sister-in-law, that always watches, she sent me a comment on my page here about she saw the forecast tomorrow says snow. It's like, how crazy, y'all! Yesterday it was in the 70s and warm outside. And so, I mean, it won't stick. The ground is too, and it probably maybe flurries. But okay, so we're going to pull these sides up like this, okay, and match the tops there. So I'm going to try to look for my Stampin' Seal Plus that has escaped me. Who knows? There it is. It's somewhere. Okay, so I'm just going to take this seal right now. Probably fight it a little bit. And you could use liquid glue or tear and tape here. I'm just trying to save a little bit of time. Oh no, you know what? I forgot to do something. This is how you do this. I have designer paper that's going to go on these large rectangle sides, okay? And these are 3 1/4 by 2 1/4. So let's get those on. And then you want to put the adhesive on all the tabs before you start putting together. Y'all know how that is when you do a project one time and you do it a certain way. If you're going to make it again, you say, I'm going to remember to do it like this next time. Well, that's what I'm doing here. This is some more of that hydrangea paper. So pretty. Okay. Try to look up and see what you're seeing so I can be sure and have it on camera. Okay. One more side. Okay, so now I want to finish putting adhesive on this. Ideally, I would be using my Seal Plus on this, but where is that thing? All right, so now I'm coming up and matching the top edge right there, okay? Much easier this way. Fighting with the box. Okay, let's see. All right, then bring this side in. Easy peasy. Cute little box. Okay, so now let's make a handle. 1 1/4 by 8 1/2 of Highland Heather, and then I cut the designer paper 1 by 8 1/2. Okay, and so I'm going to layer this over top where I have a little border on each side of the designer paper strip. And I'm just going to use my seal to put this on. And it just goes from one end to the other. I'm centering it right there. Okay, and then coming down. Press it down as you go. Okay. Then I'm going to take my bone folder and kind of give it a curl. Okay. Then I didn't want to use staples or anything for the girls. You know, you got to think about that kind of thing when you're assembling for kids. So what I'm doing here is putting tear and tape, which is a good strong adhesive, easy to apply. And it will hold on to the basket. Let me do this. Sometimes this protective paper covering is stubborn, and so if you'll burnish it a bit and then pick up like this, it's easier. I'm going to do one side and then the other, I think. Okay, I'm going to go like this and just come down just a tad, center it on that side, and then come on this side. Let's loosen this one. Struggle bus. All right, there we go. Okay. Come on this side and see, isn't that cute? Cute little basket. wholesome treats or a little gift. All right, so now let's work on the rest of this. Let me get mine where I can see it. Okay, so I'm going to stamp the bunny. What do I do with the bunny? Oh my goodness, here it is. And again with Memento Black ink, and I'm using the same colors because this is kind of like a, you know, a combo gift project, so to speak. Okay, and then I'm going to take my 2-inch circle punch. Is it blurry to y'all, or is it just me? Thank you. Yeah, it is a great size, Pam, I think. I'm punching this out with a 2-inch circle punch. I don't know if it's my internet that looks wonky or just the connection in general. Okay, so now me too, Linda. That paper is just gorgeous. I'm getting these 2 flower images. Okay. Mount those. Okay, and I want it to look like they're coming out from behind the bunny. All right. So what I did is I have another bunny here, and I fussy cut it out, and then I put some seal adhesive on it, and I really tapped on it with my fingers to get some of the sticky off so that it wouldn't mess up my bunny here. And I'm placing it over that stamped bunny. And I'm going to take these 2 little flowers, and I'm going to stamp. Okay, and see, it's stamped on the top bunny, but that's okay. That's why that mask is there. Ink this one up and stamp. All right, let me get that out of the way. I got ink on my fingers. Clean that off. All right, and let's take this off. And see, it's like they're coming out from behind the little bunny. Okay, Linda, I think it's when I move really quick, but thanks for letting me know. All right, so there we have that. So now we're going to color. Let's get these out of the way. Using the same colors now because it's a gift and a card go together. I forgot to do the saffron in the middle. I'll do that in a second. So saffron light in the little, I'm going to go ahead and do it here too. And then I'm going to take my Misty Moonlight light, or light Misty Moonlight, I should say. And this is just easy coloring, y'all. No shading or anything. Same as on the other little lamb. So, all right. So now I'm going to go ahead and do the little flowers here. Okay. And then I'm going to do a Highland Heather little 5-petal flower. And then I'm going to take that light petal pink and color this one. Oops. Kind of inside the ears here. And then again, a wink of Stella. Okay, quickly do this. So that didn't take as long as I thought it was going to take. You see how easy that was? And like, I'll save this bunny and put it inside my stamp case so that I have it to mask off. And you know, the trick there, I mean, it's on cardstock. You could do it with a Post-it note and use the sticky on the back of a Post-it note, you know, stamp on it and then cut it out. but I find these last a little longer, and as long as you really get the tackiness off of the adhesive that you put on the back right here, and it's enough for it to just stay put while you're stamping, you're good to go. Okay. All right, so now I have some more Highland Heather, and I'm going to use my 2 1/4 inch circle punch to punch out, and this is going to be the backing for this little bunny. Okay, that cute. I love how they go together. I love how they both have their little wreath, flower wreath crowns. I love that. Okay, and then I have a piece of Misty Moonlight. I cut it 4 1/4, did I? 4 1/2 actually. And I'm going to take my banner triple punch. And I did this because I'm going to mount this piece over it. I wanted to tie in the Misty Moonlight. Okay. So let me try this and see if this is going to be too long. You know, when you do this banner triple punch, it really cuts down on the length of your strip. Okay. So let's see what I got here. This is 1 inch wide. See? So now, let's get this going here. I'm just going to put that right there on the, what I'm calling the front of the little basket. And then this one, that's going to go right there over top. And you could put pearls on this if you wanted to, but I didn't. Thought, you know, they probably play with it, no telling where it's going to end up. And just made it a little bit different. Okay. Isn't that cute? I hope y'all have somebody you could make that for. Let me get my card, and let me show you the finished basket. Okay. Now on this one, I put it together before I actually did the masking for the flowers. That's okay. All right, and then I have some little, I got these at the Dollar Tree. They're the little Smarties, but it's a little box of Smarties. And they love unicorns, rainbow unicorns. And so I've got a couple of little bracelets. And I have some other, like a unicorn eraser and a rainbow eraser I'm going to put in here. And then you could use Easter grass here, or, you know, just some of the, where you can get some of the gift filler, or even tissue paper. Okay. Thank you, Lynn. Thanks, Kathy. I thought it was cute. I'll end up doing this one just like it. Okay. Fill it with treats. And then that'll be ready to go. So I'm going to set that like that. And here's our card. See how cute those go together? I think it's a really cute little gift set.